I certainly hope to see promiscuous immigration permanently curtailed soon. Heaven knows, enough harm has already been done by the admission of limitless hordes of the ignorant, superstitious, and biologically inferior scum of Southern Europe and Western Asia.
For the most part, Lovecraft kept these views to himself, knowing full well that his friends and correspondents did not share his views. It wasn't long before his fiction gave voice to these demons.
Red Hook is a maze of hybrid squalor near the ancient waterfront opposite Governor's Island. From this tangle of material and spiritual putrescence, the blasphemies of 100 dialects assail the sky. Policemen despair of order or reform and seek rather to erect barriers protecting the outside world from the contagion.
I don't think you can ever correlate what people think or believe with what they write, or at least I don't think you can do it on the one-to-one basis so beloved of literary scholars, academics, and amateur psychologists.
For modern standards, there is plenty of racism in Mark Twain. There's plenty of racism in Edgar Rice Burroughs. There's plenty of sexism in Edgar Rice Burroughs. You could fault those works for belonging to that time, but I believe that it's actually a fossil record of what a gentleman of New England would think at the time.
It's very, very easy to look at Lovecraft and go, okay, well, you know, Cthulhu means the female genitalia, or all of these outsiders are really Jews or blacks, or, you know, this is what the Batrachian thing is all about. It's a cunningly disguised racism.
He did, however, make overtly racist statements towards some groups, and that's certainly no surprise back in the 20s and 30s, and it's too bad. I mean, that doesn't make it right, but I just don't think you can take it seriously.
It would be funny if it were not so objectionable, and to a certain extent it still is funny, even though it is completely objectionable. The sheltered character, who took a long, long time to grow up. I was going to say never grew up, but that isn't true. And so he's reacting in adolescent fashion to these streams of people who flooded the streets in Brooklyn, in Red Hook, Brooklyn.
And I think when he referred to himself as an unassimilated alien, I think he understood that when he was in New York, on some level he understood, despite all of his protestations, that New York worked. You know, despite his perception of it as this horrid, chaotic cesspool, it was something that worked. He didn't work.